Hey guys, my name is Zach and welcome to another one of my Guild Wars 2 videos. This time I want to talk about building communities in MMOs and how a game can avoid the feeling of loneliness despite the number of players active. When it comes to MMOs, the main point is to have a living, breathing, persistent world that develops a sense of community and society. A problem I've always had is that no matter how many players are around, it always felt like a lonely experience. The only way I actually felt like I was with anyone was if I played with my real-life friends, and I can't expect them to be around whenever I wanted to play. So when it came to Guild Wars 2, I had the same concern. But after looking at how the game works, I found that there's a strong intent from ArenaNet to develop a community in the game with a few key mechanics. Dynamic events are a genius solution to an age-old problem. In retrospect, it seems so simple, but what it does has a huge effect on the game world. Many of the quests in Guild Wars 2 will happen and progress regardless if you're participating, and you can join in at any stage. If you see something going down, then it probably is, and you can jump right in. There are win and lose conditions, and each brings the quest down a different storyline, so there really isn't a fail state that restarts the quest. What makes this a community feature is that it encourages everyone to work together to figure out the event. The difficulty of the event will scale to the number of players participating, and everyone will get their own rewards based on their contribution to the fight. Dynamic events come in a number of flavors, which can be protecting an area or NPC, killing something, a collective task, holding down the fort, or destroying an object. I should mention that at the end of a branch, the story must end, and after days, weeks, or even months, it will restart. But it's still far more interesting compared to the standard collect 10x for NPC Y. There are still solo quests around, but dynamic events will bring the world alive by banding players together for a common goal. Your personal storyline is the main plot in Guild Wars 2 and acts as your character's biography, starting from the history and personality questions in character creation to the choices you make in the game. You'd expect this to be a very solo experience, but karma is rewarded to people who help others with their story, so you can expect people to jump in and help you with yours. When players help others with their story, they get to experience different outcomes based on choices they didn't make in theirs. It doesn't affect their personal storyline, but it's a great way to find out what you missed. A home instance is an instant part of your character's home city, about 10% of it, which belongs to you. It's constantly updated based on your personal storyline, and changes according to the choices you make, such as adding specific NPCs or the way certain buildings look. It's just a nice feeling when your personal storyline affects a part of the game world permanently. You can always invite people over to check out your instance, and if a party goes to an instance, it'll go to the party leader's instance. So there's always a place for you and your friends to meet up and hang out. In case you're wondering, each race will get a different kind of home instance. Asura characters will get their own personal lab, Chars have the hero's canton, the barracks and the Black Citadel, humans live in the Salma district of Divinity's Reach, Norns hang out in the Hunter's Hearth and the Great Lodge of Holbrack, and Sylvaris chill in a special garden that's part of a giant tree. Activities, otherwise known as minigames, are located in the major cities across Tyria and reflect the location's personality and environment. They encourage players of all levels to join in on the fun, and of course there are rewards to incentivize people to play, such as cosmetic items, but I have a feeling people will play these minigames just for the heck of it. We don't know all the types of activities that will be available, but what has been revealed gives us a good idea. Target shootouts, bar brawls, keg brawls, smash 'em ups, and snowball fights will keep players entertained and be able to just have some fun together. Having seen these mechanics at work in Guild Wars 2, I'm quite confident that the game world will feel sufficiently alive. Meanwhile, I'd like to ask you guys a question. Do you have friends to play Guild Wars 2 with? If you don't, what do you think will keep you from feeling like it's a solo experience, if anything? Anyway, thanks so much for watching and have a fun weekend. I'll see you guys in the next video.